Hey there, More here, and thank you for joining me on my channel today. Today, we're going to do a champion guidance spotlight on a Force Affinity support rare champion named Preserver. If you pulled her and you're not exactly sure where you can fit her, we're going to dive into her kit and find out just if she can actually help progress your account and your content or not. So let's go get into it. So Preserver, what is she actually all about? We're going to dive into her kit in just a second here. They're going to take her to some gameplay with Ice Golem 10 to show her out with another team that's a little underdeveloped, so you can see just what she actually does, her mechanics. Then we're going to see what kind of build I've got her on here and what kind of stats you should actually focus on if you're going to try to build her out some. Jump into her masteries and where I think you should put her masteries. I don't have any masteries on her, but we're just going to talk about them conceptually for you guys. But today, her A1. Her A1 attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 15% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Not too bad, especially on an A1 coming out of a rare. You book this up, ends up giving a 25% chance on a 2-hit A1. So in instance, basically she hits a 50% chance to land a speed decrease debuff. The big version too, which is not bad coming out of a rare, especially on an A1 as well. Her A2 though, places a 7.5% continuous heal buff and a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. This is what I like to call a selfish skill. Not just me, I agree with the concept. The first place I actually heard that concept was from Ash. Ash's, he did a video on a champion guide. The skills, the selfish skills, I don't like it either. He doesn't like it, I don't like it either. The champions that cast buffs on themselves and do not help the rest of the team, I do not like. I like the champions, especially my support champions. They need to help and assist the rest of the team, not just themselves. This is definitely a skill I do not like her to have, because it's only on herself. However, the shield is proportional to this champion's max HP. So you could build her to sustain. You could build her with a lot of HP, minimum defense, so she can maximize that shield so that she can stay alive. The only problem is if you don't build her with damage, it doesn't matter if she stays alive all game long or not. She's not going to get anything taken out. So you got to be careful about that. You got to be mindful of that if you're going to work on building her yourself. Her A3 attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. You book this up, it ends up being a 100% chance to land that freeze on a 4-turn cooldown. That is pretty helpful. That's pretty nice to have a consistent CC, consistent crowd control effect like that anywhere in the game, whether it be dungeons, whether it be arena as well. Wherever you want to take her, if you've got her booked out, this freeze is reliable and consistent. The only thing it's dependent on is her accuracy check with the target's resistance. Her aura, pretty simple but valuable. Increases ally HP in all battles by 17%. Almost like a starter a starter aura. So starter aura has a little bit higher HP percentage. Not too bad of a well-rounded champion in general. She's got some nice utility. She has the debuff on her with her A1 on the speed, and she has the freeze, the crowd control with her freeze. Her shield and continuous heals only on herself. I don't like that too much. Question is though, for your account, are those debuffs valuable enough to be able to build her and place her into your content or not? I'm not too sure. For my content personally, I'm not going to build her past 40 unless I get a request from you out there to see her higher at 50 or 60. I'm going to leave her at 40, sitting there ready to go for fusion. She does not help my content. She's not helped my account at all. We're going to get into Ice Golem 10 right now. See what's going on with here. Chaplain is an absolute beast. Did you just see that? She took out that entire wave 1 by herself. I just recently did a champion guide on Chaplain. I'll put a card up in the corner there for you so you can go check that out if you want to. But we are talking about Preserver. She's the one right here next to the Welcome Tender. She just landed that freeze with a 75% chance. She can do some utility, like I said. That freeze and that speed debuff can be valuable if she can get it placed. I don't believe mine has a whole lot of accuracy very much, so we'll check that in just a second when we get into her build. But without the accuracy, she cannot land those debuffs. So remember that if you're going to take her to your content, you do need to get accuracy on here. It is important and imperative that she does have that accuracy, because without the ability to land those debuffs, she is kind of wasted space for your team, right? You only got 5 slots. You can't have 65 champions on here. So you got to be picky and choosy about who you put into your teams and who you put into your compositions, right? All right. Blinding. I never catch the name of that one. Canoness, she is another sleeper champion. She's an epic champion for the Magic Affinity Sacred Order faction. Defense-based support. I like her. I'm building her up. You can see she's 50 now. I'm going to do a guide on her soon. They just recently buffed her, modified her kit, and made her even better than what she was before. That A2 that she did, it can hurt. It can hurt. All right. Preserver, what are you doing for us here? Okay, thank you. Frigid Vengeance, let's go. Come on. I like Myrmidon as well. Myrmidon is our leader right here. He's a defense-based rare. 29,995 from Canoness. That was her A2. Single target skill on her A2. Guaranteed chance to crit. It will always crit on that A2. You build her a crit damage, you saw what happened, right? She's got more room to grow too. She's only level 50, only 5-star. Got it. Myrmidon, he's my leader. He just put a ally protection on everybody, continuous heal on himself. He's a defense-based rare. He just went down. Thank you, Rockquery Tender. Appreciate you. He's a good champion. He's got a decrease attack, small version that he just placed right there on everybody. It's on an AoE as well. Nice little champion. Don't sleep on him either. All right. Ice Blow did not land, got resisted, which means the Ice Blow from that Preserver would have procced on that 75% chance. However, I didn't have the accuracy check to make it happen. That's why you definitely need to build accuracy on her. All right. Looks like Rockquery Tender's down. Team's looking shaky, but we got it. 22,000 crit from Canoness. I appreciate her. All right, let's go jump into the build I've got for Preserver now. And you can see what I've got her going on in. She does have the 141.2 accuracy. More accuracy than I remember having on her, but she still got resisted at times. So you need that accuracy in there. You need to build her up with some accuracy. I've got her in 2 accuracy sets and a resistance set. The resistance to try to help not get CC'd, to not get frozen, to not get poisoned wherever I try to take her in. I took her in Ice Golems to show you that one there. Resistance, don't sleep on resistance in general. It's a valuable skill. It's a valuable stat. It is definitely important to every champion that you build. So don't forget about it. Let's get into her actual stats. I'm going to show you the totals here. Her HP is 22,000. Her attack is 682. Her damage is based on attack. Even though Plarium considers her a defense-based champion. Right there. Defense-based champion. Again, sometimes I really don't understand why. Because all her attack scales off of attack. All of her damage scales off of attack. So I don't get it why sometimes Plarium considers him a defense-based champion. If you know why, leave me a comment down below. Help me understand. Why is she considered a defense-based champion, not an attack-based champion? All right. Her defense is 1241. Her speed is 102. That is not a bad. That's a good base speed, especially for a rare. It's over 100. You like that. If you ever put any speed sets on her, that 12% bonus from the speed set will be a full 12 speed or higher. If it's over 100. And she's 102. I like it. Her crit rate is 24%. Crit damage is 75%. I did not build her for damage, as you can see. Low attack, low crit rate. I built her for the sustainability, the HP, and the defense to be able to hopefully, with 42 accuracy, to actually land those debuffs. That's why I think you should have her in there. I don't think you should have her in there for a damage dealer. I think you should have her in there for the debuff potentiality that she has. To support your team in that aspect. To help slow the team down or control the enemy team. Because that shield and that continuous heal is a selfish heal, selfish shield or it does not put on anybody else. However you want to build it, if you build her up, let me know in the comments also. I greatly appreciate it. All right, her masteries. What should you do with her masteries? So, not exactly positive. It's questionable. I do feel, though, you need to go down the offense side. I think you need to use the offense tree to build your damage with her. Don't focus too hard on the stats to build her damage. Use the offense tree to build her damage and go down to this one right here, right? Helm Smasher. And have the 50% chance of ignoring the target's defense. Because if you're not going to use your stats to build her damage, you're not going to put a lot of crit rate on her. If you don't put crit rate on her, you don't want to have the crit damage on the bottom of T6. Use the Helm Smasher to get that 50% chance to ignore defense. Maybe even put a Savage set on her as well to ignore some more defense. And build her damage output that way. Build her damage output with your masteries and your sets rather than your stats. So you can use your stats to keep her durable to increase her accuracy as well. And on that note, the other mastery, I think you should go down the support side. Focus on getting the accuracy increases so that you can land those debuffs better and more effectively, including getting down there the Evil Eye. Don't forget about him. It's an amazing little mastery, so you can decrease the turn meter on your A1. If you want to get the Master Hexer, that's possible. That'll help you land that speed decrease, which would not be too shabby as well. However, the accuracy, consider your Eagle Eye over your Helm Smasher. Your pick. However you want to do it. Thank you for joining me through the video all the way through. I greatly appreciate your support. If you got value from this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so you can get it notified when I put out the next video. I'll see you there.